Now over to the political climate in Amazonia. We're bringing back again to our minds in Bamenda, where the colonial city mayor Paula Chombong, the recent installation of this large digital billboard, which sparked outrage amongst residents, and far from addressing the city's dire needs for basic services and road infrastructure, the initiative was widely perceived as a calculated move to establish a visible campaign platform for the 91-year-old power-gripping colonial president, Biya. Now, as large public gears up for the 2025 presidential elections, we see the city of Bamenda finding itself subjected to a new digital billboard. The digital billboard, which is a project championed by colonial city mayor Paula Chombong, the well-known colonial stooge. This development, presented by the mayor as a notable achievement, stands in opposition to the daily struggles of a population consistently vocal about the crumbling road networks and the persistent lack of essential services. This expensive digital display comes as neighboring La Republic prepares for its upcoming 2025 presidential elections. The nonagenarian president, at 92 years old, is expected by many to seek an 8th term in office if that is still possible. But then, despite widespread calls for a democratic transition by citizens in La Republic. Now, in this context, we see the billboard's appearance not as a mere urban beautification, but as a strategic political investment. Many in Bamenda view it as a thinly veiled attempt to project an image of progress and modernity. But then, those who look at it critically see that it continues to grapple with fundamental issues like unreliable electricity, limited internet access, impassable road, and a dysfunctional waste management system, and thereby bringing such a development. Only that development seems to be a sign of an intentional act to begin a political propaganda by feeding the people of Bamenda with what the colonial administration wants them to see. Well, Barrister Biya, we've looked at this topic before. We'd just like you to look at this development with more Amazonians starting to look at it from this angle. What would you think the people should do? What are your remarks about this particular development?
Well, elections are not won by billboards. A billboard is a propaganda tool to win the minds of people, to get the vote of the people. A billboard per se cannot win an election. And so billboards have no meaning. If Biya had any reason to win an election, he would win. But he's lost the confidence of people. Look at what happened in Bamenda. Yeah, the billboard might be standing there, but he's not going to win election just by winning Bamenda. He's lost the confidence of the people. Look at what happened in Victoria just last weekend when they're seeking to install Naluva as writing of the Central Committee. They have done everything, they spent their money, but nature fought the battle for them by cleaning up the place with rain. Even Naluva also could not go near it. And so, again, we don't want to mingle up with the elections of Cameroon. Whoever is Cameroon or anybody running for election is not our problem. Our problem is with our own people pretending to be part of that system. They're putting a billboard in Bamenda or anywhere else. They're putting something in Victoria, anywhere in Bamenda, in the pretext that they are campaigning for Cameroon. They are campaigning for an election to hold somewhere in a neighboring country.
No, you did not.
Bella, the pretext that you are campaigning for a candidate in foreign elections, that is not acceptable. That's our problem. Now, whether they elect Biya or not, he might be elected. That's not our problem. I've said it all the time. Come October, we'll have a president in Burundi. That president could be Biya or any other person from that country. That guy should be prepared to meet us on the discussion table to end the crisis. Just as we have just said, the crisis are eating them as well. They are suffering the consequences of the war they declared war. And so we have to end it. whoever comes to win the elections in October is sometimes in October. Whether it is Biya, we'll meet him. Whether it is somebody else in Albury, come on, let that person win the election with the understanding that they will only end their own suffering, they will end their own losses by meeting us on the discussion table to end the war. And whoever supports them, they might well back and go and meet them. Come October next year, this year. When you don't go, they might need to regret for the rest of their lives for being accomplices to the killings, to the deaths of their own brothers, cousins, mothers, and sisters through this blind support. And so, if Mr. Chombang is doing all that as a colonial mayor appointed from Yaoundé, well, his city has vomited him out. The city of Bamenda has vomited that administration out by their inability to provide water, their inability to provide electricity, their inability to provide simple security is telling that Bamenda is not part of you. And so, having failed as a mayor, having failed when the President Paul Biya came there and promised to dig the ring road by himself, having failed when the Master General, the French ambassador came there and promised to do all what they cannot provide, the only option left to say, the marriage is over. Let us part ways. Let us live the way we can, and let them go live their own way they can. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister Biya. It's been a pleasure having you as always, and your input here on Undaunted has been really tremendous and significant. But with that, we'll have to let you go and say thank you for joining in. Have a pleasant night.